Hi, my name is George Walton Lucas Jr. That's me in the yellow blanket. Well, it was me. Anyway, I was born in Modesto, California on May 14th, 1944. Growing up, my mom was often sick, but still caring and loving. As for my dad, he was busy selling office supplies and running his walnut farm. Me, I was just like you. I kept myself busy playing and going to school, but I wasn't a very good student. By the time I was a teenager, I was into racing cars. I even owned a tricked-out Fiat that I raced in some local car races. At this point in my life, my dream was to become a race car driver. But one day, when I was driving home, I swerved to avoid another car, and my car flipped off over the side of the road, flinging me out as I hit a tree. But before I knew it, I was in the hospital with life-threatening injuries for 3 months. Sadly, that was my end of dreaming racing. So I needed to find something else I was interested in, and decided to go to college. While in college, I found that I was good with the camera. However, while taking pictures at a car race, I met a photographer that I got to know. He then helped me get into film school at USC. After I graduated, I was drafted for the military, but my physical examination found that I had diabetes, so I couldn't join. While teaching film classes and editing my movies, I met Marcia Griffin, who was also born in Modesto, and yes, I ended up asking her out. Soon after, I wrote, edited, and entered my first movie called THX in the National Student Film Festival. THX won top prize for drama, and it also won a Warner Brothers scholarship. Marcia and I were delighted. But later, I was very disappointed that my first movie didn't do very well in the box office. Now that I was in Hollywood and working with Francis Coppola, there was one last thing to do. And of course, on February 22nd, 1964, Marcia and I got married. After our marriage, a wonderful thing happened. I got the idea to create a movie called Star Wars. It was a simple story about a farm boy named Luke Skywalker, a furry Wookiee named Chewbacca that resembled our dog Indy, and a smuggler named Han Solo, who all went on the ultimate space odyssey to save the damsel in distress from the feared Empire. I was successful in my first draft and took 3 years to edit it. By the time I released Star Wars into the box office, I just thought it was some silly movie. When I came back from my vacation on May 25th, the ticket booths were swamped. Everyone wanted to see A New Hope. It would go on to become one of the most successful movies in history. While the Star Wars saga became my legacy, I also worked with my good friend Steven Spielberg on the Indiana Jones films, which became extremely popular. While I may not be your traditional inventor, I did create new special effects and new movies that inspired several generations of filmmakers. Now everyone, bow.